Hello, my dear friends. Today, again, we have come up with yet another interesting prose, and the prose name is Box and Cox, which was written by John Maddison Morton. So, what are we waiting for? Let us start and let us understand what it has to say. About the author, John Maddison Morton was a 19th century English playwright known for his light-hearted and humorous one-act farces. His most famous work, Box and Cox, showcases his skill in creating comedies full of misunderstandings and witty situations. Mrs. Bouncer's Plan. Mrs. Bouncer, a house manager in London, rents the same room to two men without telling them. Box, a printer, works at night and uses the room during the day. Cox, a hatter, works during the day and uses the room at night. Neither of them knows about the other. Cox starts noticing strange things in the room. His coal is missing, his candles are used, and the room smells like tobacco smoke. He complains to Mrs. Bouncer, but she makes excuses. After Cox leaves for work, Box comes back from his night shift. He finds his matches used and candles burnt low. He also suspects Mrs. Bouncer, but doesn't know Cox is sharing the room. One day, Cox returns early because he gets a holiday from work. He finds Box in the room. Both men are shocked and think the other is an intruder. They argue and show their rent receipts to prove they paid for the room. Mrs. Bouncer is forced to admit her trick. To make peace, she offers one of them a room on the second floor. Box and Cox realize the situation was her fault and agree they have no reason to fight. Box and Cox is a funny story about misunderstandings and how a clever but mischievous plan by Mrs. Bouncer lead to chaos. It shows how a small trick can create big confusion, but things can be resolved with honesty and understanding. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Keep reading, stay curious, and don't forget to stay tuned to my channel, Preparation Time with Usha. Until next time, happy learning.